Hello, Lagos. This is Kojo Lewis. He was born in the 1840s, but he was stolen, with about 110 other souls and shipped to the United States of America. He was stolen, but it wasn't just only his physical being that was stolen. His identity was stolen. I'm sure he lived a life of performance below his potential. The next human tragedy was colonial rule. It seeks to extract who you are. You know, a very old friend of mine said, Supo, why do you bother? This is who we are. These failings of Africa, these failings of Nigeria, that's who we are. And I said, no. No. We had a civilization. We had education. We had universities. We had language. We had literature. We had culture. We were a sophisticated society. This was forbidden. This was forgotten. This was forsaken in our imperial experiments because it's affected our performance. It's affected our performance as a human species. That's who we are. We are this sophisticated civilization that had their most important asset stolen. You know, I want you to just imagine a modern day identity thief. You know, he steals your passport, your credit card, your signature, your DOB, your date of birth. You know, suddenly you behave in a way, at least on record, that's not you. You show up in places that you didn't go to. You buy and sign up for things that you didn't buy. He gives you a behavior that's not yours. That's what identity theft is. And that's what we suffered with those two tragic occurrences. I'm not providing an excuse. I'm giving you context. You know, there was a Dutch explorer in 1668, I think it was, Old Dapa. He visited the ancient kingdom of Benin, and he wrote in his diary, he said, the roads are 7 or 8 times wider than the streets of Amsterdam. These people are no less civilized than we are. In 1668. That's who we are. But you know, we have a new enemy. The wicked and unpatriotic politician. The self-serving and greedy public officer. And the indolent public. The complacent public who choose to do nothing about it. Why are they our new enemy? Because right now, we are losing our contemporary identity. Identity is the most important asset in the world. It's now known that natural resources provide only 5% of the world's global wealth. $44 trillion, I told him. The next big item is produced assets, the things that we create, roads, bridges, streets, lampposts, power. They supply 18% of the world's global capital. 77% of the world's capital is intangible, and that's in the people and who they are. That's why we should pay attention to who we are. And who we are is bound up in our history. It's bound up in our identity, our values, our sense of community. You know, the things that make countries perform great, the things that make people stand up and go beyond the call of duty is buried in who you are. We need to insist that any public officer who occupies office has to tell us what he will do with our identity. This is Mr. Lewis. His real name was Oluwale Oshola. It's too late for him. He had his identity stolen. He didn't know who he was. He didn't perform to his optimist. But it's not too late for my great-grandchildren. Let's help them to know who they are. Thank you for listening.